Salutations, Internet. This is Frosty the Dragon, and we're back with more Terminal Velocity. Kristinia, 61 Cygnus, 11.3 light-years from Earth. Earth Fleet Intelligence reports that a huge warship, the Kristinian Hellhawk, is being readied for the second Earth assault. With a thick hull and powerful weapons, the Hellhawk was to be the pride of Asfar, able to defend its perimeters with overwhelming force. Now that it has turned on its own for whatever reason, and you must destroy her before she launches. Approach on the opposite side of the Ankarna mountain range, fly through the canyons, and surprise them at the Ankarnan depot. Take out as many forces as possible along the way. A note of warning, the perimeter defense computers are sending very erratic data. Good luck. Kristinian Shock Starfighter. These are their stock patrol craft, and GBL turret, powerful ground-based lasers. Skyhawk 2. Watch out for these ships. They're equipped with ion burst guns. So yeah, this is the one time in the game you're going to get this cool warp tunnel sequence. They don't reuse it. And frankly, the amount that this drags on, I don't see this as necessary at all. Anyways, canyon run time. And I am not kidding. Canyons like crazy. Yeah, I had left the special map off for the end of it, but I'm trying to give some benefit to not having the radar up all the time on the main screen, but the way I play this game is just so counter to that. Also, canyons are not cool enough for me because there's goodies on the sides if you're willing to go off the main path. And not just afterburners either. There are at least a few cases of missiles and a few cases of getting your craft's nose banged on the solid ground. Yeah, cloud cover, and the cloud cover is just... They have the clouds riding so close to the mountains that if you're not in the narrow mountain cover, you basically can't go down without getting hurt. Maybe graphical limitations at the time, but that is still annoying as all get out. And you notice I'm not going to the trouble of destroying anything and everything that moves? Remember, this had to be recorded all at once. I needed to have enough lasers and plasma cannon ammo to comfortably make it all the way to the end of the game. Otherwise, I would go for the score. Plus, even if they only give you too many shield restores for the for just casual play, if you're going for a score run, there's not enough shields to go around. Except in areas where you have a tunnel with a shield restore. That's different. And unfortunately, the game is kind of iffy on railroading you as far as the checkpoints. I have discovered in my testing of this that you can skip checkpoint objectives by doing what follows, and mainly tunnel stuff. But it's not reliable. And you can see the importance of quad laser and quad plasma, of course. Remember, the manually aimed missile is about as strong as one of those quad shots. So unless I've got a really stationary target, the missiles aren't actually all that helpful. Despite them surprisingly showering you with them early on. There is a far better weapon we will see in episodes 2 and 3 for this for the destruction purpose. Oh, I also discovered in easy mode, if you just afterburner along the tunnels, you can just scrape along the whole thing and not die. At least a tunnel this size. Don't know about the don't know about the tunnels measured in the thousands. Now, I will say this as much as well. For the help that the radar is, it sometimes still results in a little, mixing up from time to time. Especially with something as, bland as these tunnels. And really, the whole tunnel idea is just, I actually don't see the point anymore of why they put long tunnels like these. It actually detracts from the gameplay if your only danger is dodging walls and doors, and not even densely packed enough. Even later on, this becomes a problem. Anyways, yeah, you gotta love secret bunkers, don't you? Especially a secret bunker with essentially all the basics. Well, okay, maybe not all the basics. It doesn't have extra plasma cannon ammo. Not quite the point. I kind of wish they do the random bar thing in the middle of tunnels, because that's a little more, provides more variety compared to the doors and half doors and circular doors. And yeah, I have to also comment. I've said stuff about speedrunning before. A speedrunner has to manipulate so much in the way of random drops with this game, it's not funny. Because, or at least they have to figure out the algorithm of how that ship earlier dropped plasma cannon ammo. Some ships drop afterburner later, which, again, afterburner is like your lifeblood in this game. I'm gonna keep saying that basically every episode because it's true. Okay, yeah, this is when it happened. This is kind of when I realized I just entered the same tunnel again. Really, there's not even anything I could say is good about these tunnels. They're just there. Man. And this is, yeah. Underground bunker stuff doesn't regenerate. Only things in tunnels replenish. In the actual tunnel. If I'm not mistaken, they fixed this in... I don't know about Fury 3 because I'd never heard of it. Where's the Fury Cubed? Oh wow, Wall actually shoved me back. I'll get to that when it comes up again, because it will come up again at least once. I don't know if they fixed the tunnel thing in Fury 3. Haven't seen enough video of it to tell for sure. I know they fixed it in Hellbender by making the tunnel a part of the map itself. Will I play Fury 3 or Hellbender? Well, first off, not if there's that many Hall of Mirrors effects like I had here. And second, I have no memory of Fury 3 up until, like, the last few weeks. And Hellbender I only played a short demo of. I didn't have any experimenting with the registered version like I do with Terminal Velocity. Plus, I'm not even sure how those work on Windows 10. If I have to set up a virtual machine, I'm not going to be able to do those games for a while. And knowing my luck with Windows 95 era stuff, I probably would have to set up a virtual machine. Gonna want to anyway, because there's some weird. I may do some demo room stuff or Castle of the Winds or something like that. Castle of the Winds absolutely does not accept the 64-bit system, and a lot of those 3.1 things don't recognize the 64-bit system either. So, if I were to handle either of those, a virtual machine would be necessary. Find an old copy of, I don't know, 95 or 98 or something. Alright, hopefully the whole detour will be over soon and I can actually... There's not much to talk about in Kristinia. It's a tunnel run. And a canyon run, but not the point. Actually, that is more the point. What am I saying? But yeah, Kristinia is freaking dull. Maybe it's just me being too used to the whole, like having played this too much in the shareware episode. Although back in those days I didn't care about storage bunkers and the like. And I also didn't understand terminal velocity's objective is to blow up as many things as possible. Here I recognize it and just say, yeah, right, I don't care about that. I got more important things to care about. Maybe I shouldn't be making fun of this too much. There is actually one very awesome thing in Kristinia. And it happens in this stage. We should see it shortly after going through this tunnel. Yeah, I have never gotten... Up until this recording, I'd never gotten a plasma cannon from the, from those ships. Never mind 3 drops of plasma cannon ammo in one recording. Oh, it's making me use the plasma cannon so that I could conserve some laser ammo. Hopefully not much longer of this tunnel crap. Seriously, tunnels. I don't know why Terminal Velocity insisted on needing this many tunnels, except for one stage later. And here comes the cool part. A little mitigated by the fact I don't show everything on the radar with this, but fighting above the sky, above the clouds. No other part in the game does this. This was like the one good thing in Kristinia. And I'm kind of disappointed they didn't replicate this at any other part of the game. You'll see more evidence in my next statement later, but I would swear that they blew their entire budget on the shareware. And that's stage 2 of Kristinia. Now, the third stage is really just a boss fight and nothing else. You're going to see a lot of that problem, where they just get you somewhere and then, boom, boss. Ymir did this so much better. But there are some interesting item drops. Well, item drops from the bunkers in this particular stage, so I'm ignoring the boss as long as possible. In particular, if you were playing Casualty, you would never notice this huge cache of bunkers back here. Unless you were actively trying. I just have to let this play out because the only interesting thing left in Kristinia is how I handle the boss here. A little more futzing around with the bunkers later. And apparently deciding to actually get some kills. So you might notice I switched to the ion cannon. This is probably the last real love the ion cannon is going to get in this playthrough. So I figured out how to deal with the spread. Shotgun the whole thing. Notice how much damage that's dealing. That's like multi-laser territory. I think Hellbender winds up fixing the its ion cannon equivalent later, but that's a story for another time, and if I bother with that game. Well, that was Kristinia, and this is Frosty signing out. Tune in next time for the Moon Dagger.